Good morning.
Morning.
Happy drill.
Welcome to May.
May drill. Yes.
May drill. It's summertime already. This
Finally.
is awesome. Summertime in Michigan.
Yes,
it's the best time of year.
Happy.
So am I.
We deserve it.
I think so.
Yeah.
After an El Nino winter.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. A drill later in the month. Mm-hmm. We have a few of those. So this month, we're second weekend before the end of the month. And then next month, in June, we have our super drill at the very end of the month.
Yep, the last 4 days.
So this past month, we had our nuclear staff assistance visit.
Yes.
Which meant that a good portion of our base, our air refueling group, a lot of support elements, security forces, services, public affairs.
Yes, public affairs.
A lot of folks were out here drilling at the end of April, and we had our drill mid-April.
Right.
So the exercise was to help get us ready for two big events we have happening over the next 12 months. So in November, we have our nuclear operational readiness exercise.
Yeah.
And then next spring, we have our nuclear operational readiness inspection. So those exercises are extremely important because they help prepare us to operate perfectly in support of the Air Force's most important mission. So,
absolutely.
Exercise went great. It was really rainy the one day. Got soaked.
You did. You were out on the flight line.
I did, yeah. So I went out at our alert shelter where many of our folks were living to get ready to practice drills and responding to the aircraft when the alert klaxon goes off. And that happens morning, noon, night, rain, snow, shine, everything. And it poured the one day. Oof. So, I went through 5 changes of clothes in the one day.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it was a trip. But it went really well. And, it was a success for the unit.
Awesome.
So right now, that brings us into May, which we are deep into air show season.
Yep, this is the last drill before the air show.
Can you believe it?
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's really starting to pick up. We've had some events already taking place.
Yep. Last month we talked about one of our STEAM events. We had another STEAM event here on May 15th. So we brought some kids in from Fraser High School and showed them all the opportunities available to them in the aerospace STEAM-related fields. So we're really excited about that.
That's our theme for the air show. Actually.
It is our theme. Our theme is innovation-focused, STEAM-driven, and we have an entire hangar dedicated to a STEAM expo.
Awesome.
So it's going to be pretty cool. There's going to be a lot of exhibits, including NASA Glenn Research Center.
So
They'll be there. They'll have people to talk about different aspects of NASA. And there's going to be some really cool Air Force recruiting assets there, too.
Awesome. Yeah. I really can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw NASA was involved with this air show, I got super excited. So, and I may have my chance to get to see it, even though we'll be working pretty hard during the air show on June 7th. We get our family day. We get to have our family day, right?
Right.
So that's a great opportunity because the performers for the air show, it's their practice day.
Their practice day.
It's also an opportunity to bring our family and friends out to the base and our kiddos and everything to see the show with not as many people, but also get to see some of the great things we'll have out in the static displays, the steam hangar, and of course the aerial acts. So.
We would be remiss if we didn't say the Air Force Thunderbirds are the headlining act for the aerial portion. We're also going to have the Army Golden Knights parachute team.
So cool.
Misty Blues.
Misty Blues kicking it off. We talked about last month.
Right.
I keep thinking about that. That's one of my favorite parts of the day.
During the anthem.
Is the kickoff. Yeah, they do such a good job.
And in order to host an event with an audience of 100,000, we need a lot of volunteer support.
Right.
So we are looking for thousands of volunteers.
So what are types of volunteer opportunities? Like, would people volunteer within their unit, within their specific squadron?
The volunteers will work at different areas, the visitors center, the welcome desk, the different food trailers, flipping burgers. I mean,
selling squadron memorabilia.
Yeah.
I know that was a big one last year.
Yeah.
Underneath the sunshades, we had a lot of swag for sale, and some of our members were out there for that.
Yeah. And organizations can get volunteer credit for coming in and helping out. So if you're interested in volunteering, people can email selfridgevolunteers, all one word, at gmail.com.
This is our third air show that we've done together now.
It is.
Can you believe it?
Yes.
It would have been four except for COVID. So what is your favorite air show memory from the past two, which spans over 7 years now?
I think my favorite memory, honestly, is my first air show in the Air Force in 2017, when it was our centennial anniversary, and being able to help people get around and meet the spectators in the golf cart.
That's right. That's one of the most fun things we get to do in PA.
Yeah.
Is be the Uber service.
Right.
So, yeah, I enjoy that too.
Engage the community in the golf carts. What's your favorite memory from the air show?
It was actually, I think, the hangar party that we had in 2017.
I totally forgot about that.
That was really cool.
It was my first experience, so it wasn't normal.
No, it was right. You had just entered the Air Force.
Yeah.
You just went green to blue.
Yeah.
Just before that.
Yeah.
So what a way to enter the Air Force.
I know.
It's interesting. But yeah, we had the hangar party in 2017, and we had a band play, like a national touring band came through and played. But we spent the whole weekend out here.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. It was my first. It was actually my first air show ever.
Really?
Working it. Yeah, I've managed to miss the air shows everywhere I've been.
Oh my gosh. So we both had our first air show experience together.
Yeah, that's right. Aw. And then we'll be out at this one.
Yep.
We'll be right back at it again here in
Yes,
2024. So look out for us.
Yep. So I found this newspaper article.
Okay.
Because we had this really cool old photo from the 1924 Aero Circus held at Selfridge.
I didn't even know they had air shows back then.
So this is the photo, and if you want to include it, you can. They had 50,000 spectators.
Oh my God.
And that was that even Model T era? I mean, like, how many people had vehicles to travel from the surrounding areas to Selfridge? Yeah, so it said that the 3-hour-long show had 7 acts, 25 pilots with Curtiss Pursuit aeroplanes, and 3 big bombers from several airfields were in the air nearly 30 minutes demonstrating combined formation maneuvers.
And that drew 50,000 people.
Yeah. And then they also had parachutists. They actually had a lottery where civilians could fly in an airplane, but women were not allowed.
Oh my God.
It's pretty cool.
That's wild.
Yeah. And
yeah, because parachute technology wasn't what it is today in 1924.
Right.
So, wow.
My favorite part of the coverage says, "Bullets tear down blimp. One anchored blimp or sausage observation balloon shot down by the pilots of the first pursuit group was the only casualty of the day. The weather was ideal, cool, and cloudy, making observation easy from the ground."
Are we going to have sausage observation balloons at this air show?
No, and we will not be, even if we did, we would not be shooting them down. Although, I wonder, did they use a bullet or did they use like one of those harpoon guns from like the Looney Tunes?
Right. That was technology then. Oh, that's wild. That's a good find.
I know.
Where did you find that story at?
Newspapers.com.
Okay.
Because I found this image, and the cut line said the thing about a woman actually like went to Congress to complain that she wasn't allowed to enter the lottery to be flown in the plane.
Okay.
And I wanted to find more detail about that, and I came across this article.
That is interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Newspapers.com.
Yeah.
Replacing microfiche.
Right, exactly.
Microfilm, yeah.
I just want to show you the picture.
How cool.
Amazing.
And is that those are the jets.
Yeah.
They're just
I know.
like sitting on the propellers like,
It would be as if we were like at the Thunderbird jets.
Right. Like
watching the air show.
Like the Thunderbird ground crew is like, excuse me. Got to get this jet out of here. One thing that's going to be really cool, that's going to differ from the last Thunderbird appearance, is the ground crews are going to be on this side of the airfield.
Yes.
So one thing that many of the attendees got to miss out on is the amazing ground performance, and I'll call it a performance because it is so snapped together and tight. The crew chiefs for the Thunderbirds and the maintainers have a routine that they do, and some of it's featured in our air show commercial content, but to see it live is just it's something else.
It's pretty amazing.
That's going to take place on the east side of the base this time, so everybody gets to see it.
It's going to be just south of the static display, so everybody inside the static display will be able to observe the ground.
How cool!
The ground show. Yep.
So where the aircraft launched from for last air show, that's where it will take place.
Yeah.
How awesome! So is that going to be the parking ramp for the Thunderbirds as well?
Yes.
This is going to be good.
I know.
This is going to be really good.
We're
I'm excited.
lucky. We're very lucky.
Yes, we are. So this drill will be busy with a lot of training, preparations for the air show, I'm sure, and getting squared away for our big drill next month because we are going to be gone for a little bit. So even though we're halfway through May, it's Mental Health Awareness Month this month. So we hear it all the time, but there definitely is strength in getting help when you feel that you need it. But that help comes in a lot of forms.
Yeah.
So that could be as easy as talking with a friend or, mentor, supervisor, or all the way up to getting, professional help, either going through your healthcare provider, contacting Military One Source, or contacting our Director of Psychological Health, Mr. Chad Bishop. So the recognition is just a reminder to take care of yourself and take care of your airmen, your friends, your family, all that stuff. So it's not just for us in uniform, it's for everybody. So.
Yeah. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, the busyness, and not even check in with yourself. So have a great drill. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll see you at the Aero Circus.
Yeah, we'll see you at the Aero Circus. Take care.